This is going to be the unpacking, which you see is already done, and assembly of the Cedar cat house, which is sold online by Amazon, eBay, even their direct website. Best price I found was on eBay, and also it included the optional door, which is just plastic, as you see, which helps prevent wind from getting in. I don't think it'll be a hindrance to our outside feral kitty. We have a feral kitty we've never been able to touch, but she has decided that we're her home. I did buy a cat cabin. I'll put a link here to that review, but I will not recommend the cat cabin as they are cheaply made. They will leak, they will fade, they're expensive, less than this, but still around $100. And if you buy the padded insulation, it's about $30-40, and I put a heated outside pad in it also, so I had a total of about the same price as this, $170, $180 in it, but it does not hold up. The reviews on this hold up, or from what I see, are good. They hold up. It's made out of wood, cedar, which is a good wood. We are going to treat ours, which I will show probably on this video as well, with a semi-transparent oil-based. We'll have to let it air out good so the kitty, of course, don't smell it, but it's only going to be on the outside, of course. So anyways, we'll show you the construction of this. The instructions say about 20 minutes. You see it comes packed in a box this size. I didn't bore you with actual taking it out, unboxing, cutting the box open, which is ridiculous, but I did want you to see how it's packed. I've read the directions. What's cool is it comes with two sizes screws, 1 1/4 and 1 3/4. They're like hex screws, but the cool thing is they give you a the screwdriver headpiece, so you can use in your screwdriver or drill. You're going to want to use a electric screwdriver because, first of all, the bit fits into it and it's going to make it easier, but second of all, you know, it just makes it a lot quicker than having to use your wrist and turn. So let's get started. Alright, so again, the nice thing is this comes with a square piece for the screws, because they are not typical screws or Phillips head. They are square screws. So the first thing out, it says to take everything and put it on the floor. You can see how nice the insulation is, and some of the screws are already started for you, but not only is the insulation cut and placed in here, but it's caulked very nicely inside the roof panels and inside the box. Now these also are marked. I'm trying to find this one. This says this one says number 2. But anyways, we'll get to that in a minute. This is the front, obviously. This is the back of the house, obviously. This is one of the panels for, I guess those are the sides and not the roof. This must be the roof. Right here. You see the insulation? Nice caulking. This are the posts, and this is obviously the floor, and it's marked 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is the patio, and it's marked 1. It's got all the markings for where, I guess, the posts, the feet go. So first it says put one in place. So it says put number one in place. This is clearly marked. Clearly marked. Okay, so I guess this is one. I guess would be that they're talking this. But I have to just make sure that these are the right pieces. That's a one or just a line? It's just a line. Just find where the markings are. Well, I just saw them here. Okay, I want to match up all the numbers before I screwed them down and show you how it goes together. I'll take it apart. They're just sitting there propped up, but each piece is marked. And then the base, actually the insulation goes on the bottom, and that's what was confusing me just a little bit, because all the other insulation of course is on the inside, but the bottom piece, the insulation is under it, so you can have a wood floor and put carpet or a heating pad or whatever for the bottom. So let's take them apart. This is 4, 3, 2, and this is 1. So we'll start with 1. It fits exactly snug in there, and I'm going to screw it down. In order. You can see, or at least I'll show 2 is marked in the inside and 2 on the floor panel. Of course, make sure these fall down that way and make sure everything's snug. Again, these screws are that one's going to be a little tough. I'm going to have to take this angle on it. It's a little bit weird. Then you got screws that go from the side parts to the rear. And again, the screws are in there. And I'll turn it sideways just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, it tells you go ahead and do them all. So you can already see the house taking shape. Oh boy. my drill is a little bit large. And 2 more. So, looks like that one's a little bit, could have gone a little tighter. Let's see if we can get it. But it's okay. There's no air, there's not going to be really any air leak. So after the 4 panels, it says look on the underneath the roof panels, see which one's left and right, they're marked. Begin putting the left roof panel in place. If you're looking at the front of the house, they are marked according to your left and right. Now put the right roof panel in place, match up the 2 panels on the outside top wall. Panel 2 and 3, you'll find 2 pre-drill holes. Use a smaller 1 1/4 screws. Okay, so they say that these are marked left and right, but it can only go one way because your insulation, of course, is going to be over the house. So it says put the left in first. Just want to find the pre-drilled holes. It's talking about pre-drilled holes. And I don't really see. Okay. I think the pre-drilled holes are here in the side of the house. It says you have 2 size screws. You have the 1 3/4 and the 1 1/4, and there's 9 of the larger ones and I think 11 of the other ones. This is saying to use the 1 1/4 screws. You find 2 pre-drill holes. Use the smaller 1 1/4 screws and screw them into the rafters of the roof. So I think this is what we're talking about here. Use another small one for the back screw. And then it says do the right side. You can see that really this is pretty simple. And you got on the house, looks like you have roofing tar paper, and you have actual, of course, the insulation again on the house, and you actually have where it's waterproofed, and there's a ridge cap too. But let's put these 2 screws in as per the directions. I think I mentioned this is for our outside kitty named Nashi. If you look through my videos, you'll see her. She's a feral cat that decided that she'd take up residence here. We've never been able to touch her in a 1.5 years. Okay. So, on the outside top wall, okay, now place the ridge cap over the top of the roof and line it up. Screw it down with 1 1/4 screws through pre-drilled holes. Once this is done, it'll complete the job of holding your roof in place. Alright, and now you can see the top here, and you have pre-drilled holes. Looks like this is a little bit loose. I have to tap that in with a hammer. I didn't bring a hammer up here, but there you go. Not that big a deal. This fits over as such. Wow, it's really nice. So now we're going to do holes here. I may put some caulk over these. I don't know if this has, let's see how many. It says place the ridge cap over, screw it once. Okay, so it looks like there's 6. Looks like there's holes right there too. Looks like I may want to put some caulk on those just to make sure it doesn't leak. But like I said, they have tar paper underneath the shingles. Let's do the end first. It's cute, isn't it? Yep, that'll be that. It's got to be the number because this is exactly the number of small screws I got. And the only reason I may put a little dab of caulk on these is just to make sure it's waterproof. Because I also purchased an electric outdoor heater pad to put in the inside. Okay, so the final step is putting the legs on the platform. Each leg is numbered where it should go. Use the 1 3/4, the longer ones, for the legs. You'll need 2 for each leg. After legs are on, you're ready to place the house onto the platform. So this is the platform. And there are numbers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. And each leg is numbered exactly. They supposedly put these together at the factory or wherever so that it goes together so there's no problems. So that's pretty good. They actually have each leg, what corner and what side goes where, so there's no confusion. So 5, 6, 5 will match up, and then 6. And you've got pre-drilled holes. Pre-drilled holes here and here. Each corner has pre-drilled holes. They couldn't have made it any simpler. Now we are going to put a, actually there's one extra of the small one. We're going to put a semi-transparent stain, oil-based stain on it. Pretty neat, huh? They really made it simple. Huh? Yeah, so it can dry. Well, if we do that, we got to make sure we go ahead and do the, I mean, they literally have it where it fits exactly. I mean, I've never seen something. This is how they should have done those other things that we bought. I'm not talking to myself. My wife's over there. Huh? Well, it'd be simple for them to do it, and it, you know, if they pre-did it, you know. They literally, it's amazing. They literally have how it goes into there. It's fantastic. And they give you the bit, even though, you know, they don't use regular screws. sure most people have some kind of electric screwdriver. If not, it's a good time for you to get one because you'll use it on many projects around the house. I guess the house just sits down in there, which will actually make it easy when you go to move it. All right, so last one again, 3, 4, 3, 4. So you just, I mean, it's pretty, pretty amazing, really cool. Looks like I'm going to have one extra of each size. And I think it's just in time because this battery's getting weak and it's about to die. So. Hear it done? It's done. So, here's our stand with our patio, just big enough for a little siesta or sitting and scouting. And then the house literally goes right on top. And there you go. I guess I can go back a little. It's got a little space, but that's cool. It has actually a little back space too, back here. And then I'm sure the top can be used for...
Yeah, she laid on the top. It's not like that.
No. No. But again, I think I'm going to put some caulk just to make sure. But there's actually tar paper under here. So let's just take a look here at the finished product. This one again has the door. And in the inside, it's like nice, pretty good, real nice quality. Easy to put together, and hopefully it'll last longer than the plastic one that we bought, especially because we're going to stain this one. All right, so there you go. Any questions, put in the comment section. 73.